So two white supremacists in Brookhaven, Mississippi got off. Now, what I mean by that is last year in January of 2022, Demetra Kaye, who is a FedEx driver, he was delivering a package to the house I guess they lived at. And he said he looked up and saw a white pickup truck coming toward him from the house behind the house he was delivering at. And he thought, okay, well, maybe I'm in their way. But then he said no sooner than he thought that, the white pickup truck got in back of him and blocked him in. And so he said his instincts kicked in like, okay, I'm in trouble. So he said he tried to hightail it out of there. He was driving on people's grass and all kind of stuff to try to get away because the daddy, Gregory, and the son, Brandon, was in the middle of the street with his shotgun and shot into Demetra's vehicle 5 times. And he said that they chased him all the way to the freeway. Basically, he narrowly escaped with his life. So he said he went to work and told him what happened. He's very scared, obviously, right? And so the father and son, Gregory and Brandon Case, were charged with something very light. Then eventually it was bumped up to attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder, among a whole host of other charges. Well, recently the jury, they got hung, if you will, and there was a mistrial. The judge had to declare the mistrial. And this is what he said. Check it out.
The failure to turn over matters in discovery is just something that can't be ignored. In 17 years, I don't think I've ever seen it happen, but it happened here. And with great reluctance, the court has no choice in this matter but to grant the motion for a mistrial.
Oh, fuck you, God. Hey. Talk out here.
Well, probably I should have said if you can't control yourself, I usually give people a chance to leave the courtroom if they can't control their emotions. Obviously, one person didn't, and look, I know this is emotional. I can promise you, nobody hates this any worse than I do.
So there was the judge pretending like he was sorry that the jury could not come to a conclusion, and sometimes those things happen. But then, as you also saw, Sharon McClendon, which is Demetra's mom, was very upset that the jury could not see the obvious, right? And so the judge there had more smoke for his mama than he did for the two white supremacists that tried to kill her son. And so Demetra's lawyer, Carlos Moore, is like, we're going to try to get a retrial. And he believes that the police department purposely did not show the jury the videotape that would have clearly showed what happened. So he said they hid it, right? So it could not be entered in to evidence. And so he's going to try to get a retrial. But Demetra says, you know, I'm traumatized and I think about that every day of my life, that I was, you know, almost killed by those two white supremacists who are now going to get to go home and, you know, probably never be retried. But yeah, that's Mississippi for you. And there's no doubt in my mind, and this is just my opinion based only. I believe that the judge, the police department, and those good old people there in Brookhaven, Mississippi, got together and said, we're not going to find them guilty because, you know, it's probably a small town and they probably all know each other, right? They probably go to church together, of all places, right? Praising the good Lord, going to church, and then trying to get out and kill a black man because he dropped off a package near your house. You know what I mean? So hopefully Demetra gets some justice. It's Mississippi, the dirty, dirty South, which I would not be caught nowhere near. Those white men will probably get away with it because that's just what they do, right? So we'll see. So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.